11th fight now, only 3 to go. We've got our co-main event and our main event following this fight, but this promises to be another cracker. So let's get in our blue corner, Max Davidson.
I'm not privy to that information, unfortunately.
I was really looking forward to seeing Luke Brinkweed, but he really brings a big, and we wish him the best of luck with his recovery.
Massive high energy guy, but Max is an undefeated 4-0 fighter. Has incredible, comes out of an incredible gym at the Fight Centre. So I have no doubt that this fight is going to absolutely entertain.
An undefeated record as well in the amateur level here.
Well, also coming out of the Fight Centre with Ben Johnson, and those guys are an incredibly good Muay Thai gym, and they have really good grappling there as well. So this guy will be the whole package.
He looks in phenomenal shape. He's 20 years of age. I mean, who isn't in great shape at 20 years of age?
Put it together for Max!
He looks in phenomenal nick. So he's obviously training all the time. So he's ready to go even at short notice.
I believe he came in under a week's notice.
That's short.
All right, and now in the red corner, Dan O'Rourke!
And I've actually trained with Dan O'Rourke before. The guy's a gamer. His record doesn't really show what he's done. He's like everyone. Started fighting young and didn't really know who he was about himself. He now coaches, and I think that gives a lot more experience to the way a guy fights when they have to coach other people as well. I have no doubt that his preparation would have been impeccable. He's going to come in great shape, and he's going to be here. And I'll tell you, this kid can throw.
An interesting guy, and a former teammate of Grow Strong promoter Ken Pepper as well.
Exactly. No, and he's a good guy. All the guys down there from Rings, we have a massive affiliation with them, and this is going to be an absolute cracker.
They've brought a huge crowd from northern New South Wales, and the Rings guys have really shown up tonight and really supported all their fighters. It's been quite impressive.
There is a ginormous Rings contingent here today, and they are putting their fighters on their back.
Absolutely. As their coaches from the Rings MMA walk up to our commentary position and taking their position in the red corner. And Dan O'Rourke has just been checked by the referees. He's got his groin protection. He's got his mouth protection. He's ready to go.
So he has been.
This is the 11th fight of the night, brought to you by Grow Strong Chiropractic, Grow Strong Lawn and Garden Maintenance, and Grow Strong MMA. Introducing first, in the blue corner, fighting out of the Fight Centre, weighing in at 70.6 kilograms, Max Meridius Davidson! And now, in the red corner, fighting out of Rings MMA in Lismore, weighing in at 70.4 kilograms, Dan, the real story O'Rourke.
Man, they are letting Dan
We only have 3 months to go, ladies and gentlemen. Strap in and let the leather fly.
Man, this Rings contingent is so loud. It is absolutely blowing my ears off.
It is fantastic.
What an absolute glory crowd.
To see a crew come from Lismore all the way to Warwick to support their fighters. And we are off. a really nice exchange to begin the fight with too. Max Davidson really trying to take the fight to Dan O'Rourke here up against the cage.
I'm not surprised. Dan's actually known more to be a striking fighter, and he's got really good timing if he can get himself into it.
He's working really nicely against the cage under hard pressure.
They're both working really nicely right here.
From Mark Davidson, he's under quite a bit of pressure. Dan O'Rourke is. Max is looking. He is the optimum concentration right now.
Dan's got really good timing. If he can find his range through a fight, he becomes more dangerous the further it goes.
He's got that double
what
leg
a great double leg! And
oh! Yeah. That is what we came to see. Beautiful stuff.
They're right in front of our situation here. The coaches are going wild into Dan's ear. They're asking him to suck the legs out, make sure that he can secure that position.
Max Davidson not doing too bad in this position. He's
going to find his way back
to
his
his feet here again. Yep. And he even looks like he's got a little kind of a guillotine hold here. And he's tapped. He's got the guillotine hold and he's tapped him out. And Dan O'Rourke has tapped. Max Davidson wins by submission, guillotine in the first round.
Obviously,
that was a little sneaky attack there. He actually had it loosely in as he stood, and it was almost like he had it loose, hanging loose, and stood up, and then just closed it as he stood.
He caught Dan by surprise.
Yeah, he did. I noticed it when he was. Excuse me. I noticed when he was standing up that he actually had the guillotine, but he was in no position to sink it in. But he obviously was setting it up and getting ready. As soon as he stood, he sank it right in.
I guess that's why he's 4-0.
We're looking here on the replay. Look how tight it was. Hi.
I guess that's why he's now 5-0, because he knows how to take his opportunities when they arise.
Unbelievable, yeah, unbelievable. And such a short notice fighter, but he's obviously fighting all the time, and he's training.
He's obviously
all
training
the time,
year round.
all the time. You know, he's staying ready.
Most of this would have just been that he couldn't fight. I think the fact that he took it on short notice for him would have been more so that it's at a higher weight now than what he would normally fight at.
And you
I believe Max normally fights between 62 and 66.
And
so
you got to appreciate too, Doug. Dan O'Rourke had executed an absolutely monstrous double leg takedown.
Perfect.
And we've just been saying how well Max Davidson had been doing in that position, and he managed to get to his feet and sink that submission in almost, within about 30 seconds of that happening.
It was just a moment's lack of concentration, and Max took
he didn't see it coming. He didn't see it coming. We barely saw. We were right in front of him, and we could barely see it.
Via Bulldog choke in the very first round, 1 minute and 19 seconds. Our winner in the blue corner, Max Meridius Davidson.
I think Max is another one of those kids that you're going to want to look out for in the future.
Absolutely.
Well done, Max. Congratulations on the win, mate. So talk us through a little bit. This fight you took on short notice?
Yeah, I found out on Tuesday that I might be fighting, so started cutting weight, found out on Thursday 100%, and we were on.
Mate, impressive. That's what they say, fighters fight. Were you already in pretty good shape? Were you looking at another fight coming up?
Probably not the best shape I could be in. I fought like a month ago. I was like training, but not in like fight training. But we're back on again in a few weeks, so.
Mate, impressive. Give us a little bit of a talk through. Obviously, quick submission. Was that the goal? Were you looking for the sub early, or did it?
It kind of just presented itself. Same thing happened in my first fight. Obviously, I wanted to get a finish. I'm glad it came straight away in the first round. Nice early night.
You did well, mate. Dan came at you incredibly aggressively, looking for some subs of his own. You pushed through. Who do you want to thank? What do you want to say, man?
I just want to thank my family, everyone up there, Mum, Ebony, my girlfriend, love her to death, Dad, Stepdad, all my sponsors, Cage Kit, Champ Mouthguards, In the Mist Property Services, and I'm probably forgetting a couple others as well, and my team, obviously. I wouldn't be here without my team. I've been at the Fight Centre for, I think, 2 years now, and it's changed my life, honestly. I wouldn't be where I am without them.
Awesome effort, mate. Go enjoy the win. Have a great night. Give him a round of applause.